Cam Newton. Why'd the Indianapolis Colts not call me? Because Cam's son, they were looking for a quarterback, not a fashion influencer with a playbook. What's wrong with you? He's all like, but I'm younger. I'm 36. I was 44. So, they like him. He doesn't wear them weird hats. I get it. I wouldn't want you out there either in them funky outfits and whatnot. No, I'm just kidding. He can do whatever he wants. I did like when he played. I liked when he played because he always did that stuff for the crowd, but he was also cool to the kids. Seemed like he gave them balls and stuff, and I think he was really big into, around Carolina, he was really big into some charity stuff. So I really did enjoy when he played. Now, the rest of the stuff I'm going to say is also fact, but I want to get that out early. I like the old boy. Now, I questioned the Phillip Rivers decision. I questioned that yesterday. Cam Newton said it felt like a slap across his face that they didn't call. Cam, the original slap across your face was when the Carolina Panthers reviewed your game footage and said, is there anybody else on the planet that can fog a mirror and play this position? That was the slap in the face. I get it, because you were awesome to watch in college, man. I tell you what, it was sick. I'm a Mississippi State grad, so that Auburn game you pulled, that's fine. I mean, that's all good and whatnot. If we'd have had more money, I know we'd have had you playing for us, but whatever. It was a cool college career. Pro career was good too for a long time, until the wheels came off the bus. Last time I saw, and this I ain't trying to be funny, the last time I saw Cam Newton running on the field, they'd said he'd come back off of rehab for something, and he was back on the field running, and I swear to you, it looked like he was running at half speed, and it used to be so much fun to watch. It almost looked like he had a bad wheel, like his foot wasn't doing something right. I don't know. I would love to see him again in his heyday, because that was a good time. Now, the Colts, if you haven't been keeping up with it, Daniel Jones, Anthony Richard, Riley Leonard, and so I got to looking at their records. So if I got this right, this is why I didn't do sports. I did weather on television for a reason, because sports guys got to have a script. Weather guys do not. Sports guys got to remember numbers and facts and all those things. Man, that's not what I do. I tell stories with the pictures on the set. That's what weather people do. So it's a different way of looking at stuff. So I have trouble remembering factual data unless I have a script. And since I'm not working with a script, I'm kind of winging it. So if I get a number wrong, back off. It's not the end of the world. I believe, as I recall, Phillip Rivers' last season was around, I think he was 11-5. He had a great season. It was about a 68% pass. I looked that up, a 68 completion percentage. So it was a pretty good season. He did have a few interceptions, but he had more touchdowns. The ratio was much better. Meanwhile, the last season that Cam Newton played, he was 0-5. Nobody's excited about that stat, Cam. The only one that's excited about that may be Phillip Rivers, because he has 9 more kids than you had wins in that season. You get my drift? That may be why the Indianapolis Colts did not pick up the phone to call you. Cam goes on to say, just so y'all know, I'm still working out. That's okay, Cam. I'm still doing math, but nobody's calling me to teach algebra, bruh. That's not how it works. He asked the question, let me get this right. I'm going to look at the facts here, because he said it specifically. He said, did Phillip Rivers send signs he was available? Does anyone know what that means? I don't know what that means. I didn't see carrier pigeons. Did you? Did anyone see the smoke signals he sent? Because I feel like must have sent some. How else would anyone have known that he was available? What? Cam, I don't know. Maybe some of them cool hats are cutting off the oxygen to your brain. Maybe things ain't clicking all the way. Were you trying to ask the question, how did y'all know he was available? Did he apply for the job? Does it matter? I mean, it sounds like if you would have applied, well, you might have been denied anyway. I mean, you were 0-5, bruh. That's no good right there, man. It's no good. So if I got this right, and I'm not betting or gambling on this or nothing, but if I got this right, Phillip Rivers is back. Cam Newton's confused. And the Colts are one stub toe away from picking up the phone and dialing Motivating Manning. Or maybe Peyton Manning. Or Peyton Manning. One of the Mannings. Is it as preposterous as seeing Phillip Rivers stay around long? Just think on it for a minute before you poo-poo all over it. Give it just a second to marinate. It might be all right. And while you're trying to let that sit, Troy Aikman is, if it depends on your era of the Cowboys, okay? I was assigned the Cowboys at birth. My dad was a Dallas Cowboys fan. By the time I'm going to start liking football, about 1975, you're about to begin that crazy run of the Pittsburgh Steelers era and the Dallas Cowboys era. So you made a decision in the mid-70s if you watched football. You either liked the Dallas Cowboys or the Steelers from Pittsburgh. So you liked one of the two, that was it. And because they were the two powerhouses. My dad liked Dallas, so I got stuck with Dallas. There were good times to be a Dallas fan. We made the Roger Staubach years, the Danny White years. Those were fun years. I liked all of that. Then came, if you accelerate, there's a few other people, but you get to Troy Aikman. He won a lot. I'm going to give him that. He sure did. He always made me nervous when playing, but he won a lot. He had a lot of good players around him, and it was a fun time to be a Cowboys fan. I did not know, though, that was the last time we were going to be relevant. I didn't know that the last time that we saw the Super Bowl would be the last time. I didn't know that. As a Cowboys fan, I expected more, but nope. No, sir. I ain't got nothing. Now I can't wear the star around because then they all look at me and they go, I know the look, I seen it. I had to change churches. I wore a Dallas Cowboys star to a Wednesday night deal. Had to change churches. They made fun of me, run me out of the place. Ain't no way to act. So Christian's what that is. So Troy Aikman is a Euclid grad. Where I come from, that means the University of Cullowhee left of Asheville. So he left out of that job as the number one draft pick, and the rest is history, as they say. But as a UCLA grad, he says, you know what, I decided to get into the NIL and try donating some. And since then, he said he's done donating to NIL. To which I say, Troy, college football will survive. Just like Fox did. What you think on that, Troy? So here's the story. He decided to jump in the NIL pool with one of the up-and-coming, what they deemed a first-round draft pick coming into the program. And they felt like he was the future. So he hitched his wagon to it, and he said he made a sizable donation. Wrote a sizable check. Keep in mind, he's almost 60. When your grandpa writes you a check, sizable can mean a lot of things, right? Could be $100 and a bag of Werthers. We don't know. Sizable to 60-year-old people, well, can be different. I'm just saying. It's not the same anymore. Keep in mind, Arch Manning made somewhere near $7 million to play football last year. So we need to talk about what sizable means. It could jokingly, obviously, but it could be real money. It could have been a lot of money. Either way, the kid played for 1 year in the program, and then he split town. Entered the portal, and he was off like a prom dress, just gone. Out of town, forget about it. It is over. Not coming back. Troy was butthurt because he did not send a thank you note, a thanks, bruh, go Cowboys, appreciate you, nothing. He said he didn't nothing. No hugs, didn't send me no pizza, nothing for Christmas, no Easter basket, no nothing, no pumpkins, no carved or uncarved. I mean, nothing. from this kid, and he was hurt, and now he's against NIL. I get it. I get it. So as I tried to think through it, and I was thinking through NIL, and you can have that discussion all day, and it's been discussed to death, but I think we've probably, somewhere around this, Nick Saban's got an idea where you got to put him on a little bit of a contract. I don't know. It's an interesting game. I don't know. I don't know what we do right now, because if you put them on a contract, they're only eligible for what, 5 years total, with some movement around. I mean, maybe we make them eligible for their masters too. Maybe we give them 6 years of eligibility if we're going to lock them down 2 years to one school. I mean, because some of these cats are in the portal every 8 minutes. I mean, they don't even get a chance to get the logo good before they're at another college. They can't even find it nowhere but on the GPS. They don't know it. They ain't even enrolled yet, and they already changed schools. That's how fast they're moving through them. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. So as I thought about it, and I kept on thinking NIL, Troy Aikman, Aikman's mad because the kid jumped in the portal and left with his money without even saying goodbye. And I thought about it, and I wondered, do you think he said goodbye to Fox when he jumped out for the bigger paycheck at ESPN? Do you think he called the folks at Fox and said, you know what, I appreciate y'all, let me get you a thank you note, put something under the Christmas tree for you real nice this year, a bottle of your favorite scotch? Huh? No, probably not. So the jackleg's mad because that kid did exactly what he did? He who liveth in glass houseth shall not throweth stoneth. Bruh, be careful. Just saying, you're not looking good in this particular argument right now. And I ain't even got into the discussion about how you misuse the word then, have I? No, I have not. Lord have mercy. Now, I don't know about you, but one thing that drives me absolutely crazy is the misuse of grammar, but only on some ways. I think it's one thing if you know better. If you're doing it to make a point or something like that, or if you know better, I'm okay with it. Where I struggle is when I know you don't know any better. And I realize that sentence was a mess. But I'm telling you, I realize that. See the difference in my mind? Tony Romo says escape. There's no K or X in escape. It doesn't work. That's different. Don't tell me it's local dialect. No, it's not. It's mispronouncing a word, and someone should have said to this man, yo, man, it ain't escape. It's escape. Don't tell me you can't say it. Just try it one time for me. Try it. Give it a chance. He would have never made the 70s with the Escape song. He would have never liked pina coladas. No, you see what I'm saying? Some grammar stuff drives me nuts. Some don't. I mean, I let a lot of it pass, but it just... So Troy Aikman, I know he got hit in the head a lot. So, I mean, I try to be soft on the old fella. But, bruh, he misuses the word then. And it's not a gross misuse. It's a 1991 style of speech. And no one's done it since. Now, I know probably that last hit about 91 stopped his... he's probably still right there. He probably thinks he's still dating Lori Morgan. He don't know. He's running around number 26 takes the ball. He's running around the corner... And then he gets the touchdown then. And you're like, what? Why did you need the word then? You could have just made a point at the end of the word touchdown. But no, he gets a touchdown then. And you're like, what? But when I watch him, it happens so often that it drives me bananas. I just cannot. And the sad part is, back in the day, I don't know how you are about TV announcers with football. Let me tell you something, and that's probably just jealousy, let's just be honest. If I could have done anything, there's only two other things in life I ever really wanted to do. I wanted to fly planes, check. There's two things I would really have loved to have done in this life. I'm not too old to do one, I've outlived one. But I would like to call football. I got to do it one time, and it was so much fun. Now, I've called hockey, basketball. I love calling hockey. I liked calling basketball, but I would love to call high school football or college football for a small school. I just think it would be so much fun. And the other thing is, I'd like to be on QVC or the Home Shopping Network. I'd love to just be paid to sit on TV and talk about a product. It'd be like, well, check out this fine remote right here. This thing is a full, nice remote. Look at it. Batteries on the back. You just open it right up and it'll, well, you know what I mean. It'll replace the batteries. I got to learn to work with my equipment better. Also, the buttons, you see, you got your own. You see what I mean? I'm made for this, tailor-made for it. All you got to do is put some makeup on and cover the fact that my eyes right here. I mean, I look like a little pint-sized Vin Diesel, like an oversized thumb. Tell me you can't market that. Of course you can. But they don't want to hire people like me to sell stuff on TV anymore. Now they want you to own the company. Oh, you manufactured 10 million of these? And we can sell them and make a profit of 7.89 million%. And all we got to do is put you on TV. Come on in. And here I come. Hi, I'm the owner of Mr. Remote Factory. And all of my people. And they're always dry as toast, right? And then, unfortunately, the people that work over there, David and all them, they're all like, you don't say. Tell me how great it is. Just do something that doesn't suck so my ratings don't suck. I need to sell some stuff. They can't say it quite that way, so they're all nice about it. See, I guess that's probably why they don't let me on QVC too, because I'd be all like, listen here, man, just because you made the remote control doesn't mean you get the right to bore the hell out of the people on TV just because you want to hawk it. We get paid to hawk crap. Why don't you come back next time with a remote control that connects to my car, it starts it, and better yet, it shuts my ex-wife's mother up just with one button, off. Nothing permanent, just off. Try that. Or someone else I choose. Do that. Build that, come back to me, I'll pay double for it. I'd be willing to pay triple. Back to what I was saying. Poor Aikman. I got one more thing for today. This shook me to my very core. I might need a beer and a cigarette. I don't drink nor smoke. That's how big this is. Might need to check my fortune cookie and find out. Something I might need to check a fortune cookie and find out. Is that not on a t-shirt? It ought to be. Check a fortune cookie and find out. All right. Maybe it shouldn't be on a t-shirt. That's why I'm not in the t-shirt business. Everybody got that? I'm not in the t-shirt business. That's not what I do. So I pulled up to this place today because I had to go to it, and they had one of them gates outside, and they had a dude sitting in the gate. He seemed like a right interesting fella. He didn't move much. He had long fingernails. He had really big ears like me, but his weren't big out like Doppler radars. His were long because they matched his really long head, so it all made sense. Because if he had tiny ears, or these size ears on a much bigger head, well, then the dimensions would be off. So I guess they were dimensional based on his head size. He was sort of an odd-looking duck. Now, sitting next to him, he had a brand new Christmas tree, and I could tell he was working on it because he was putting stuff. He had Christmas balls in the box. I mean, this was a thing the man was working on. It was a big deal. So I wanted to be nice because that's what I am. I live in Arizona, but I'm from the South. So hillbilly wisdom, I just decided to say hello. And I said, hey, I really like your Christmas tree and the lights. It's really pretty. I swear to you, this man looked at me, dead in the face, deadpan, and he said, okay. What? What in the hell's wrong with you, boy? That's, no, sir. He looked me dead in the face. I told the man that I appreciated the effort and the time and the energy that he put into celebrating our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ with a tree and the lights and the trimming. He'd been working on it a while, and I said to this man after I'd already had a conversation with him, it was fine. I said to the man at the end to be nice. I like your work. I appreciate your salute to the great I am. His response to me is, that's some kind of demonicness, boy. what in the hell is wrong with that boy? Somebody get him looked at, because now what happens as I drove away is I got this tingle on my spine, and it told me, that dude, you ain't safe with that dude. You don't want to be anywhere near him, because a man that can look at you dead in the face and just say okay after you were complimenting him on his work to the Lord and Savior, he can be like, okay, tell you something. Here's the vibes I'm picking up. An overbearing mother. I mean, on the level of almost insanity. Like Kris Jenner, momager status, but on steroids. And she didn't like when her boy Carl, with a K, did not get treated properly, or when he misbehaved or stepped out of line. Now, my guess is Carl was doing right fine, except he never stopped bedwetting and he was 6. And let me tell you, Carl with the K's mama was not going to put up with that. Daddy was afraid of mama, so he didn't do nothing. So you see what's happening here? This is how you get a person that says, okay. That's how you get it. That's what happens right there when weirdness goes on inside the family home. Probably had his mama pull his teeth for him in a weird way. She probably enjoyed it. That's sick, and it's weird, and it's twisted. So what happened next? I don't know, but I go ahead, based on what I saw, I'm guessing probably a rodent or two started missing, and weird stuff started happening with magnifying glasses, and all kind of strange just started happening. Pets started going missing. I'm imagining around the neighborhood things got a little weird. I'm betting that this dude was off his rocker a long time ago, because there ain't no reason to greet nobody with that after you done already had a talk with. Not like we didn't know each other. I've seen him 20 times. Something is wrong here, and I drove away as I thought about it. You know, there ain't nobody safe within a couple 100 miles around the entire radius, and I know because I can fly airplanes. We need to get out. Someone needs to be looking for this man. Or he was having a bad day and I overreacting. Nah, there's definitely something wrong with that dude. Hey, thanks for spending some time with me today. We're on Spotify. You'll also find it on Apple Podcasts. We're on Facebook at Bud Ford Comedy. You'll also find us on YouTube at Bud Ford Comedy. On TikTok at Bud Ford Comedy.